President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu seem to be the superstar at the moment, but not for the very, very good reasons, as issues surrounding the $460,000, I mean, supposed to have been forfeited in a U.S. courts case that had to do with I mean, trading and proceeds from heroin and drug related businesses have continued to make the round. However, in this particular one, the APC has come out to defend him. In fact, they presented a letter from the then Inspector General of Police, Tafa Balogun, late Tafa Balogun, the then Inspector General of Police, where he sent a letter to the US to do a fact check, to check if the when then Governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had any crime file and all of that, to which they responded that the check came back negative. However, we have continued to see, all the papers that had to do with the forfeiture and everything. But then we are still waiting for the US to come out to say that, look, this matter, I think, like somebody said yesterday, one of the things that could resolve this thing is the US coming out openly to say this is the situation of things and all of that. Or Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to the US and go to the court and tell them, I'm here now. Please, if you have any case against me, this is me and all of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, vindicate yourself. That is one thing that will silence everybody. However, well, APC insists he was not convicted of crime. The All Progressive Congress has opened up on circumstances that led its candidate and president-elect Bola Tinubu to forfeits the sum of $460,000 to the government of the United States of America, to USA, in 1993. The ruling party, in process, it filed to defend the outcome of the presidential election that was held on February 25, maintained that Tinubu, who was his candidate, merely surrendered funds in 10 banks accounts that were opened in earlier in either his name or that of Compass Finance and Investment Company. He told the presidential election petition court sitting at the Court of Appeal in Abuja that funds in the said account, which were domiciled in both First Heritage Bank and Citibank NA, were subject to a civil forfeiture proceedings in case number 93C4483. According to the APC, the purported decision of the United States District Court Northern District of Illinois, I beg your pardon, Eastern Division, in the said case was not a fine but a decree of forfeiture of the amount of $460,000 to the United States pursuant to the settlement of claim by the parties to the case. The said decision is not against the second respondent, Tinubu, but against the fund in the various accounts opened in the name of Bola Tinubu with First Heritage Bank and Citibank NA. Well, the compromise terms that led to the forfeiture were preceded by the express admission on record that the second respondent did not admit the commission of any drug-related or illicit conduct of dishonesty or fraud that fits into any of the ground of disqualification to contest for office of the President of Nigeria at the 25th February 2023 general election, APC insisted. It listed that 10 accounts numbers that contain funds that Tinubu forfeited after the settlement of claim by parties involved in the case. As they mentioned the number of accounts, the accounts were printed. I will not go into that detail now. Besides, the APC, through its terms, the team of lawyers led by Prince Lateef Fagbemi San, told the court that the federal government had as far back as 2003, through the American consulate in Nigeria, inquired about Tinubu's criminal record. It said the outcome of the inquiry, which federal government made through the Inspector General of Police, yielded a clean bill of health that unequivocally and unreservedly cleared second respondent of any criminal record, interest, or association in the United States of America. Well, the former clearance report dated February 4, 2003, under the hand of legal attach attaché to the United States Embassy, Nigeria is in response to the inquiry by the Inspector General of Police is hereby pleaded and shall be relied upon for its full effect, particularly the portion in the second paragraph which states, in relation to your letter dated February 3rd, 2003, reference number SR3000/IGP/SEC/ABJ/volume 24/287 regarding Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a records check of the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) National Crime Information Center was conducted. The results of the check were negative for any criminal records or arrest record, warrants or warrants for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. DOB 29th March 1952. For information of your department, NCIC is a centralized information center that maintains the record of every arrest and conviction within the United States and its territory. APC said it would apply for a subpoena to be issued again at the IGP to enable him to adduce and tender in evidence the letter dated February 3rd, 2003, reference number as stated there, which triggered the clearance letter of the legal attaché of the United States Embassy in Nigeria, as well as the response to the same date, 4th February 2003. It further argued that the said forfeiture Tinubu made to the United States government have lasted a period of 29 years was no longer a valid ground to challenge his eligibility to contest the presidential election. Well, just stating that even if that happened, that just my opinion, that even if that happened, well, it's about 29 years ago, and then he might have turned a new leaf, and so he also insisted, he went further. While urging the court to strike out petitions against Tinubu, the APC urged that Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who alleged that Tinubu was convicted for drug-related cases, lacked the requisite recourse standing to challenge the outcome of the presidential election, insisting that Obi was not validly nominated by the Labour Party. The APC stressed that he was not a member of the party at least 30 days before it conducted its presidential primary election. It told the court that Obi was a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) till May 24, 2022, adding that he was screened as a presidential aspirant of the party in April 2022. APC further averted that whereas Obi joined the Labour Party on May 27, he was subsequently declared the winner of the presidential primaries election the Labour Party held on May 30th, 2022. Well, they went on to say that by Section 77, subsection 3 of the Electoral Act 2023, the second petitioner Labour Party is mandated to have submitted its comprehensive register of members to the first respondent 30 days before its presidential primaries. That is to say that said register of members must have been submitted to the first respondent on or before 30th of April 2022. But then I'm wondering how this one concerns Peter Obi or Labour Party. It's supposed to be there are some persons who are in charge. This is like taking sides for the INEC. We know what INEC is supposed to do. Well, in summary, it's therefore prayed the court to dismiss or strike out Obi's petition wholly or in part as may be appropriate. Well, this is still serious matters on ONIF TV. We hope that we get to the bottom of this whole matter, because it will not sound cool that everybody is talking and saying that, look, it doesn't speak well of a nation like Nigeria to have somebody as our president who is an ex-drug convict, let's put it that way, or whichever way, as it is being around the world today. Because like I said, maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday, I did a video where two media in the United States published a report on this same case in less than 24 hours. And so, please, what are we now doing? Why are we beating about the bush? I think it's good that we get to the bottom of this whole matter. Well, thank you very much for watching. It is still serious matters on ONIF TV, and of course we're hearing from APC with respect to President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I would always say this is one election we'll live to remember this one. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you. Thank you very much.